Okay, ready? Dylan, mask up.
You can just take your shoes off.
No.
Thank you. Thank you for coming back, Thomas. So the deal is that if you are on Outstanding, which everybody is on right now, or Principal's Clip, you will get a bag of chips to take to lunch, okay? Go ahead and take your beanie off, and I'll give you a minute to get ready on Ready Ready. Okay, we are on Capturing the Wind. So this is the second article that we are going to be studying to get ready to write our informational article sometime the end of this week, okay? So we are on page 44 in your Ready Writing books. And here's the article. What is the name of the article?
Capturing the Wind.
Capturing the Wind by Diane Zeller. Okay?
45 and 44.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start reading. I want you to have your finger under the first word, which is have, and following along. Finger under the first word. Thank you. Have you ever seen an old-fashioned windmill? Windmills built long ago often look like fat wooden or stone towers.
My great-granddad actually helped invent.
Really? That is interesting. Noah's great-grandfather helped invent the windmill.
Oh, well.
Wait a minute, Miss
Really?
Logan. My great-granddad
Yes,
helped
ma'am.
invent the windmill.
Yes, Dylan.
So, it says generator right here, and this one's tiny, and the
He
other
helped
one
what?
is bigger.
He helped invent
The generator?
this.
That's true. These are also huge, okay? They're like way, way, way taller than homes, okay?
100 feet tall.
These are ginormous.
Oh, I've seen it before.
I've seen them in GTA. Same.
They give a lot
I've
of
seen it
fresh
in
air.
GTA a lot.
Same.
Okay, pull up your mask.
And I crashed into them. So it exploded. Whoosh.
Okay, ready?
It does it. The plane explodes.
Okay, back over here. They have 4 blades or sails that turn in the wind. For more than 1,000 years, people used windmills to capture the energy of the wind. Windmills were first used to grind grain and pump water. Later, they created the energy needed to cut up lumber and process all kinds of products, from spices to paint. In the 1880s, though, engineers realized that windmills could produce electricity, and the wind turbine was born. Okay, so now the next section. How do wind turbines produce power?
I see these in Roblox too.
Now we know what they do. Okay, ready?
Yeah, that's fun.
Wind turbines. Alejandro's not here. Alejandro's not here today.
Well,
Okay, back over here. Ready? Paragraph 2.
when are we gonna do our double testing in the room over
After lunch. Okay, back over here. Ready? Wind turbines are huge windmills that usually have 2 or 3 big blades. The blades can be as long as 200
there? Oh,
feet.
God.
I'm 5 feet 2 inches tall. So
You're
that's
5'2"?
like,
That's like
so one of the blades, just the blade, right? Do you see the picture how where it has the blade?
Mm-hmm.
Just that thing is 4 times of me,
40 times.
40 times of me. So if you were to have me stacked up 40 times, that's how big just one blade is. That's how long it is. Yes, Dylan.
What's a shaft?
A shaft. I don't know, it's just part of it. We'll read about it in a bit, okay? 40 of me. Okay, so about 2/3 the length of a football field.
Oh,
So it's almost a whole football field long, too.
now I know.
Yes, Dylan.
Now I know what a shaft means.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
thick.
We'll get there, okay? Hold on. Wind turbines are tall, sometimes as tall as 20-story a 20-story building. So they can catch the wind. At that height, the wind moves fast and is more reliable than the wind we feel near the ground. Okay, so now I'm in the picture where it says how a wind turbine works. Blades are mounted around a turning part called a rotor, which is connected to a part called a shaft. When the blades catch the wind, it turns them. This spins the shaft. The shaft is connected to a generator, which turns the energy from the movement of the shaft into current electricity, or electricity that travels through cables and wires. Wind turbines, in fact, work exactly the opposite way fans do. A fan uses electricity to create wind. A turbine uses the wind to create electricity. Yes, Emma. I'll give you a new math. Just fill up your water bottle when we're done reading page 44 and 45, okay? Okay, page 45. Ready? Thank you, Dylan. Where does the wind that moves the blade come from? Curiously enough, wind power gets its start from solar power, or energy from the sun. As the sun warms the earth, different areas heat up to different temperatures. These differences cause changes in air pressure. Air moves from high pressure areas to low pressure areas. This movement of the air, sometimes slow, sometimes fast, is what we call wind. Wind farms. An area of land with a group of energy producing wind turbines is called a wind farm. Wind farms produce large quantities of clean energy. What do we mean by clean energy? Clean energy doesn't create pollution or greenhouse gases that can contribute to climate change. In 2013, the clean energy produced by wind power was equal to the effect of taking nearly 17 million cars off the roads. Ariana?
I've seen a wind farm in GTA before.
And nobody's talking about GTA. I've seen a wind farm in real life.
Well, I hope you see a wind farm in real life soon, because they're really interesting.
I've seen one in real life. When I went to Texas, I saw a wind farm. You went to Texas?
My great grandpa lives in the farm and he has one.
I go on vacations a lot, so. What did you get? What did I say?
Pleasure.
When me and Alexia were going to water, like we saw in sand.
Here in Utah?
What?
What Kansas State?
Their cabin.
Your cabin.
Dad's friend.
Okay, let's keep going. Ready? Wind energy is also renewable, which means it can't be used up. And it doesn't use water to create electricity. Electricity plants powered by coal or nuclear energy use water for cooling. Switching to wind power can provide water for more than 1 million people each year. Okay, paragraph 5, ready? To create energy, a turbine needs winds of at least 7 miles per hour. The turbine is most efficient when the winds are around 30 miles per hour. It can be difficult to find the best sites to build wind farms, though. They usually have to be located in rural places with few trees to slow the wind. Hilltops are good locations, and some wind farms in Europe are located offshore in water. These locations make bringing the electricity to where it is most needed, usually in cities a challenge. Power lines are required to carry the electricity and they can be expensive. Areas with tight groupings of turbines are called wind farms. So that picture on the bottom of page 45, that is a wind farm.
Wait, are
key
there
words.
animals there?
No, it's a wind farm. It's a farm for wind, just that. So not animals or crops.
Because it might get killed.
And they're all going the same direction so that it doesn't sound like a tornado.
Okay, so let's try to highlight what are some interesting facts that we would need from these 2 pages in order to teach somebody about how wind turbines work or how wind power works, okay? So let's go back on page 44. Yes, Ariana?
Why do we even need these?
Why do we need what?
The wind things?
Why do we need wind turbines?
Yeah.
So we can have reusable energy instead of using all the coal that's on the earth and nuclear power plants that are dangerous to our environment, especially climate change.
That's why we breathe fresh air.
Okay,
They're using the
What-
fire.
what is interesting from here that we need to highlight? How wind power works. Okay, so what can we highlight in paragraph 2 for how it works?
The turbines spin round and round.
Okay, where does it say that?
Is it?
Dylan?
So the blades can be long as 200 feet.
No.
Okay,
There's
so that's a good fact. Okay, so now what else highlight?
The shaft is connected to a generator which turns the energy from the movement of the shaft into current electricity.
That's on page 44.
Yep.
The shaft is
How
connected.
wind turbine works on the second.
here.
Yep. Or
The shaft is connected to a generator, which turns the energy from the movement of the shaft into current electricity.
So we're basically underlining the whole turbine.
Yeah, underline this whole thing, the third one, okay?
wait,
Or electricity that travels through cables and wires.
Wait, I don't see that. I thought the cables
Right here, for how a wind turbine works, it's the third one down. Page 44. There you go. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, Dylan?
Why does it say it's big as a football field?
Because it's comparing that the 60 meters, the 200 feet, is as long as 2/3 of a football field. So almost the whole football field.
So how long is the base?
Bigger than that if it has to hold 3 of these, right?
Must be like, I don't know what, 1,000.
Okay, what else can we highlight for how wind turbines work? Dylan?
Blades are.
Did we highlight what part? The top part? Blades are mounted on a round turning part called a rotor, which is connected to a part called a shaft. When the blades catch the wind, it turns them. This spins the shaft. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are we ready?
Well, do you want to come now or do you want it after lunch?
No.
What is-
It's up to your teacher.
Let's take the vote. Do you want to go now? Raise your hand.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, let's get ready. So highlight this and then you may close your ready writing books. That's all we're writing for today.